going to wait a few minutes for everyone to get in here. Today we're doing wine service. We'll do red and white wine service. Another day we'll do sparkling, bubbly, rosé, and get into some responsible alcohol service in that. My mother did have a hospitality training business for several decades. She did pass away a few years ago, so it's been probably 20 years since I delved into the supplies and the tools needed. So I'm going to review this with you guys. I'll teach you as much as I know. In future lives, I'll teach you more if we forget anything. Um, yeah, so we'll wait a few minutes. Someone just came in, so welcome, whoever that is. So again, welcome to the channel. If anyone is just joining, we're going to go through some wine service today. We're going to go through white wine and red wine service. And my family, as I just mentioned, did have a hospitality training business for several decades. So I grew up helping with the business, with setup and course registration and getting supplies, a lot of things. So I've spent the last few minutes just trying to keep my seagull away. He did take off when I pounded the ice. Turn this volume down on the other telephone. So yeah, we'll get started, I guess. The hospitality industry is one of the fastest growing industries in North America. Your decision to train for a bartending position will give you a wide range of options for employment. You may choose to work in a small lounge or private club, such as curling club, golf club, yacht club, legions, etc. Medium to large bars often have positions available as they have high turnover or staff. Employees resign when they have an improved employment offer somewhere else. Commitments required: they do not work late hours. Relocation to other areas often the reason given. Ski resorts advertise nationally for bar staff as they require trained personnel. Nowadays there's required training for things like responsible alcohol service. My family did publish some material, and I will reproduce these in the future and make them available to people. So there's a responsible alcohol service book, another book, and a shooter's book, so some recipes and things like that. So we'll reproduce those eventually one day. If you're in here, say hello. Hi everyone, welcome. So moving on, the ski resorts advertise nationally for bar staff as they require trained personnel. Opportunities exist with cruise lines. If you're interested in combining travel and employment, it's a very interesting thing to get on cruise ships and a lot of work. Hotels are eager to hire trained employees whose goals are to assume management positions. They're also on the alert for capable workers who demonstrate initiative within the organization and could be promoted through various job levels to management. Major hotel chains will transfer employees to locations throughout the world. Once you get into some of the big places like the Marriott and some well-known restaurants, places like that, you can transfer all around the world. The bartending skills give people many alternatives for employment, and the skills design you to give practical information to your customers as needed as you work throughout the bar. The bars vary greatly in size and volume of their customers, therefore the information given in areas such as bar equipment, bar setup, methods of preparing drinks are all inclusive, as well as responsible alcohol service, server intervention, things like that. So as you follow the lives, you'll be able to get essential skills and learn how to provide the highest level of service to your customers. Server intervention, the server intervening in the amount of alcohol your customers consume. It's extremely important in this time. mitigate your losses for the business you're working for, prevent litigation. So, mixology is the science of drink preparation and methodology. The methods used to prepare drinks are presented in easy to understand terms. We'll go through that moving forward in other lives. Guys, if you're in here, just click on the like, make sure you subscribe to me, and also pop up and say hello in the chat. So, excellent customer service is essential. You'll learn how to provide highest level of service to your customer, server intervention, etc. And we're going to design the lives moving forward in other longs or shorts so that you can gain firsthand information in bars, liquor stores, practicing bar methods at home. And bartending is a combination of many skills. So enjoy learning them, and we'll start with wine service today. So let's get started. So we'll set this up somewhere where you guys can hopefully see some things okay. Okay, so the first thing you should be aware of is most bar service, wine service people have an apron. And that's not to keep your cash in or coins, that's to keep things you need for your customers, things like that. Then we'll get into glassware. Now, any regular stemmed water glass that almost looks like that can be used as an all-purpose wine glass, so white or red. But when you're really getting down to preference, you would use this for a red and this for a white. So red is bigger and white is smaller. Stemmed ware, full body red wine, white. Some of the things that are used as well, depending on whether you either have a twist top or whether you have screw top, are your corkscrews. So this one is a hefty opener, there's a corkscrew, there's a knife, and this one is your regular corkscrew. So these are going to be twisted caps that we use on our wines today, the reds and whites. So we're just going to not need the corkscrew, but I'll show you briefly now and another time how to use it. So you just simply open it up to the top, put the corkscrew down to the cork, twist it in good maybe inch and a half. Once you get it, you're going to push down and your cork comes up. Pull the cork out. And you're going to untwist your cork from the screw when you're done. So another thing that is used for wine is called a carafe. You can get two sizes. So this would be a half bottle of wine size. And then there's a larger size I'll show you another time for a full bottle of wine. So you could pour red or white into this to store after you've served your customers or before, and put on their table or put next to them on your deck if you're serving at home. So that's the craft. And you would have a decanter as well. So if you have a bottle that you want to serve with some aesthetic. So, wine is naturally fermented juices of fresh, ripe grapes. Wines made from fruits other than grapes are called by the name of the fruit that they're produced from. So, blackberry wine, strawberry wine, etc. And then there's different types of wine or kinds of wine. There's red, white, rosé, sparkling, fortified. And today we're dealing with red and white. We'll get into rosé and sparkling wine another day and bubblies. So red wine is fermented with pulp and the skin of the grape. Pigment of the skin enters the wine and results in its color. Red wines are tart, full in body, and nearly always dry, lacking in sweetness. So this would have been my mother's favorite. It's a Giocondi. It's a Sangiovese Rubicon, and this is an Italian wine, so I tend to go Italiano. Who's that guy? Hello everyone and welcome. Hi Slapping Turtle. And hi Roblox. Hi Emerdeep. Hello everyone. So now we'll get into the white wine description. Let me just put this aside for a minute. When we do serve that, it should be at room temperature. Any red should be at room temperature. If you find it's too hot or too cold in the room, you should probably put it in the fridge for just a few minutes to get it a little chilled room temperature for a red. So never too hot, never too cold. So the next is white wine. White wine is fermentation of the grape's juice only, which has been drawn off immediately after the grapes have been crushed. More delicate and less pronounced in taste than the red wines. Range from very dry to very sweet. The very sweet wines are dessert type wines. So with white wine service, you do keep it on ice. So we got a big chunk of ice in here. Lots of it, a few chunks. And it's chilled in an ice bucket. And you would normally put that somewhere near your host. So we're pretending today that this is the host chair at this end of the table. I'm going to put my white back over here for a second. And this is recommended from someone at our local liquor store who's a connoisseur, an elder gentleman, and he recommended a dry white wine. I don't like sweet or flowery, and I enjoy a white wine, so this is my choice with the help of someone. Thierry Delany Le Grand Boulogne. It's a France or French Sauvignon Blanc. Val d'Alore. So again, with all that being said, we'll get into rosé, sparkling wine, bubbly, 4 to 5 wines another day. So terms for dryness. 0 is very dry. 1 to 2 is dry. 3 to 6 is medium dry. And anything 7 and up is very sweet. Classification degree of dryness and sweetness will assist you in suggesting and selling wines. Correct pronunciation of wine name is very important. Majority of customers are not wine experts and often wish suggestions. Experts will make their choice known. So if you're working in a bar, a restaurant, or a liquor store, you should have some suggestions of different types of wine that people are going to ask you about. Carafes are good suggestions. So again, carafe, it's half bottle, and there's a larger one I'll show you another time. Just gonna check my chat again, guys, just a sec. Hello everyone and welcome. Appreciate you joining. So note the domestic and imported brands, both red and white, allow approximately 5 minutes for decision while reviewing the wine menu, if it's a customer, or even someone, a guest in your home. Have you decided on your wine, sir or madam? Should the customer ask for a wine suggestion? They probably have limited knowledge of wines. The response could be, do you like dry or sweet wines? Always ask their preference. Red or white, dry or sweet. So temperature wine. Serve chilled, all white and rosé wines placed in ice bucket. So as we showed you here, we have a dry white wine. Serve chill in an ice bucket. Serve well chill or champagne sparkling wines placed in ice bucket. Serve room temperature or red wines. So this has been stored at room temperature. I did put it in the fridge for a few minutes before we started our stream so that when I do have a sip, it's not too hot or too cold. So the two questions asked when wine is ordered are red or white or dry or sweet. You show the bottle to the host or hostess and state, this is a half bottle or whole bottle of such and such a brand. This allows for no error in opening the incorrect bottle. So remove the cork or twist the lid and carefully wipe the mouth of the bottle with a clean cloth. So we're going to start with the white. Any wine service, you should have a napkin, but you're not going to cover your label. And carefully wipe the mouth. People don't want you touching the mouth of their wine they're going to drink. So remove the corker, screw lid, carefully wipe the mouth of the bottle with a clean cloth. Pour approximately 1 to 2 ounces into the host glass. We'll go into ounce size another time when we get into mixed drinks and etc. Wait for a response. Immediately pour wine for a remaining guest. Start from the right. Do not fill glasses. Leave at least ½ inch from the top on the guest. Do not rest the bottle on the rim of the glass. Do not let the wine bubble out. Let it run smoothly. Do not cover the label with a napkin. Keep a napkin in your left hand to catch drips. Twist bottle slightly as you finish. So roll it or twist during the pour to get any drips. To open a bottle of sparkling wine, you would loosen the wine hood. Basically the same. We'll go through that in another live or short or long. So place chilled wine bottle in ice bucket or place red wine on table next to the host. Remember to place glasses on table before the wine is opened. So we have our glasses spread out, and the glass should be placed to the right, slightly below a water glass. So towards us this way. And it should be placed above the knife tip. So the white we're using first is above the knife tip on the host. So we have dessert or teaspoon, salad spoon, soup spoon, dinner fork, knife, and above the tip of the knife. So we would simply do this. Come around our host. Just move your camera here, guys. I'm just going to check and make sure we can see on the other phone. Hey, Jacob, welcome. Just checking my phone on the other thing here. Just a second. Trying to get this table lined up, and I'm on a delay on the other phone, so just a sec. So, you would pour just an ounce or two into your host glass. So that's about an ounce or two there. And as you, I pour because I dripped it. As you're releasing the bottle, you're supposed to turn it and wipe. So we'll do one more time. We'll go pour an ounce or two, turn it, and wipe. So then your host is gonna decide if they like the wine. So they're gonna smell it, have a sip of it, throw it in there if they want, mazel tov, whatever they want to do. When the host agrees that they do like the wine, then you can pour about a half a glass for the rest of the guests. So you start to the right of your host and you go around your guests to the right of the guest. And you're going to pour half a glass. Because the host agreed they'll pay for it. So we're all done with that part. I'll check my chat in a minute if you guys have any questions. So we would put this on ice to the right of the host. Or in front of him or her. He, she, they, whoever. Alright, so now we're going to do red. Beautiful sunshiny day for this live, guys. So change the table setup. The red is bigger than the white glass, and this goes to the tip of where the knife is set up. So right there. So we'll put our napkin in our apron there, hospitality apron. And I'm going to check my chat again, just a sec, guys. Appreciate you guys all being here. Make sure you like and subscribe, hit notifications so you can come back when we're live again. So change this table setup too. That's above the gas knife. And again, I have a twist lid for this red. I had for the white too, so we don't need the corkscrews. But this one has a corkscrew, a flipper, and a knife. You'll see later when we do garnishes and things why that's important. And then the corkscrew. What's that, guys? You always keep your workspace clean, always, when you're doing hospitality. So the corkscrew is simple. You lift it up. See these arms? Lift it up. You're going to twist it into your cork. Push down, pulls the cork out. You can get that out later. We'll do an example of that one day with the corked bottle. Okay, so on to the next. Is the red. The red, we're gonna open that up. Don't let the host catch you sniffing the wine, but I'm sniffing it because it's for me. Yummy. So you start with your napkin, left hand, goes here. Don't cover the label. And your host is going to get an ounce or two. So see how good of a pour we can do this time. So it's about 2 ounces. I'll show you how to measure them later. So wipe and turn. Hopefully you guys can see that. I'll do it again just in case. So we go 1, 2, move 2 ounces. It's about count to 4. Twist and wipe. Your host is going to check it. So your host is going to smell it. They're going to taste it. And do whatever they want with it. They want to throw it in the air. Throw it in the air. Mazel tov. Host agrees. Again, we're uncovering our label. So we're going to prepare to go to his guest now. And the guest is going to get a half a glass. So, sorry guys, I'm manual dexterous. I switch left and right, so half a glass. And then your wine would go by your host. There we go. I'm going to check my chat again, guys. Turo, welcome. Guap, welcome. So, guys, if you want to know again what we're doing, we're giving you guys some training in wine service. So today we're doing red and white wine. We're going to do rosé and sparkling and bubbly and things another day. So the hospitality training industry, or the hospitality industry, is one of the fastest growing industries in North America. Your decision to train for a bartending position will give you a wide range of options for employment. You may choose to work in a small lounge or private club, such as curling club, golf club, yacht club, legions. Medium to large size bars often have positions available as they have a higher turnover of staff than some other types of establishments. Employees resign when they have an improved employment offer. Commitments require they do not work late hours. Relocation to other areas often the reason given. Ski resorts advertise nationally for bar staff as they require trained personnel. Opportunities exist with cruise lines. If you're interested in combining travel and employment, it's a lot of work. Hotels are eager to hire trained employees whose goals are to assume management positions. They're always on the alert for capable workers who demonstrate initiative within their organization and who can be promoted through the various job levels to management. Major hotel chains will transfer employees to locations throughout the world, as well as restaurants, bars. If it's a franchise, a chain, a big money company, you can work around the world. Bartending skills will give you many alternatives for employment. Bartending skills are designed to give you the practical information you need to work in a bar. Bars vary greatly in their size and volume of customers. Therefore, the information given in areas such as bar equipment, bar setup, and methods of preparation, drinks are all inclusive. So, in watching the lives and shorts and longs moving forward, you'll be able to work in whatever type of bar you choose. Excellent customer service is essential. You'll learn how to provide highest level of service to your customers, server intervention, intervening in the amount of alcohol your customers consume. It's extremely important due to litigation and mitigation of loss for the companies. Mixology is the science of drink preparation, and the methodology are the methods used to prepare the drinks. So mixology, methodology, and we'll get into those in the future. They're presented in easy to understand terms, and I'll help you guys all along the way. So the training that I'm doing is designed for you to gain firsthand information in bars, liquor stores, and practicing bar methods at home. Bartending is a combination of many skills. So enjoy learning them. Again, this is for anyone who's just tuning in. So we will get into things. I have literature that I'll reproduce, that my family used to have a hospitality training business for decades. So responsible alcohol service, and some shooter recipes. And right now we'll just rerun the carafe information, because I know a few of you guys just joined and you missed some of that stuff. You'll have to rewind the live, guys. I don't mind repeating myself and going over information at all. However, I don't want you to miss maybe some of the things that I gave you already. So again, this is a carafe, C-A-R-A-F-E. Comes in half a bottle or full bottle. So I'll show you half the bottle first, because we already poured half. So if we were to put this in our hospitality apron, if we were going to do this, we would do same as wine service. Napkin left hand around the neck. Don't hide the label. You could use a funnel. You can see it. We'll start the pour again. I just spilled it. And just pour it all in there. So we got a little bit left. We'll put it in my glass just for shits and giggles, because we're drinking that white wine right now. Because I like a dry white wine. So, if some of you have been watching the whole time, then you'll realize one thing that I didn't do with my pour. One day we'll get into quizzes and ask you. So we start the pour, don't hide the label, napkin on the neck. You're going to pour, twist, and wipe. So pour, twist, and wipe. Okay? And that would be by your host. You always keep the wine by the host. Guys, we're using a really old tea towel. Super clean now. It's breeds of horses. So I get that from my grandma Bruce from Truro, Nova Scotia. And it's all different breeds of horses on a tea towel. Alright, let's have a sip of the dry white, because I like dry white. I'm not a big red girl. I am going to have to drink this because I poured it. But I am not driving. I'm done driving today. I went to help look after my dad, and I'm back now from doing that. So zero tolerance for driving. So because I'm the host today, and this is my favorite, this would be above the knife. So we'll go switch these around. We'll put me as a host. And we'll say that my guest didn't want white. Put that there. We didn't want it now. There's some here if we want them. Okay, I'm going to check my chat, guys. Just a sec. Jimsy. Yo. Kevin Yellow. What's up? Love you guys, eh? With all my heart and soul. Love you guys. Love you guys. Whoop, whoop. We got Gems the Clown in. Guys, subscribe to @Gems the Clown with the Z. And we got Kevin Yellow. Subscribe to @Kevin Yellow, guys. You guys, Jaco's working. Jaco's working. He was just here. Arturo's here. Always. We love Arturo. Arturo is here always. It's so cool. So he must be signed up for our notifications. He's a loyal person. All right. So we're done chilling the wine, guys. And I just don't... Where he is. Is that... We're done chilling the wine, guys, and I just don't need this ice anymore. And it's so hot out today. So let's do this. Look, watch. Let's do that. Just for shits and giggles. So let's do a sip. So a sip of white wine, dry white. And it's Le Grand Balloon Sauvignon Blanc. It's a French wine. Thierry Delany, France. Val d'Alore. Hey guys, sorry about that. I knew my phone was dying, but I just wanted to go ahead with the live. If I look wet, it's because I did an ice bucket dump, but I don't know if you guys saw it. All right, so the first person to answer me whether you guys saw the ice bucket dump or not, just let me know. Because if not, I'm going to do it again anyway. Hey, what is up? Yeah, my phone died, geez, so. A sec. We're almost done with that live anyway, so. But I don't know, did you guys see me dump ice on myself or no? A sec. Friggin' thing. There we go. Does anyone know if they saw ice bucket dump or no? I just have to be right here to be plugged in right now. Yeah, it's a little foggy. Because I just did an ice bucket dump. And it's 30 here. So it's going to take a minute for the lens to free up. I'm breathing pretty heavily on it. Do you guys see this ice bucket dump or no? So we're going to do it again. I'll go get it and go dump it again just a sec. Okay, I'm back, guys. Thanks for your patience. I knew that phone was gonna die, and whoops. Oh well. Suspense makes money. Alright, so ice bucket down. So we're gonna take a big drink. Really big drink. Ready? Count of 3. 1, 2, 3. And it's 28 or 30 degrees here Celsius today, so feels really good to do an ice bucket dump. Guys, really good. We're freaking soaked. Ice everywhere. Woo! Did you see that time, Guap? Did you see that time, Guap? Oh boy. See me better this way or that way, I don't know. So that's gonna finish off our live for today. We can hang out for a minute though. Got a lot of wine to drink. Uh-huh. Yeah, it was pretty cold. It's really cold around the back. I have pieces of, look, pieces of ice still stuck there. We'll put it here. Make it cool. There we go. Got ice down our bra, guys. Make it cool. Yeah, no, but it's so hot today, Guap. Like, it's 28 or 30 degrees Celsius. So if you, like, do your translation or maybe your Celsius, I don't know, but I mean, you need air conditioning on in buildings and vehicles today. This sweat was just pouring before I started the live. So, yeah, we got a piece of ice. Friend. Let this ice melt on my head. There you go. Let it melt on my head while I drink wine. How's that? Look. Looks like an ice crown. I'm in New Orleans. It doesn't get that cold here. We can't handle the cold. Yeah, it gets really cold up here. It gets probably minus 20 sometimes. We've been minus 30 Celsius. So, I mean, I really enjoyed the summer because of our winters, but I can't imagine not having cold weather if I lived in New Orleans. You would definitely have to have a kiddie pool, a pool, or a boat, something. Okay, let's put this back on the melt on our head. So we did wine service today on the last live. Sorry guys that ended. I was pretty much done the service, but I knew my phone was in charge when I went into the live, and I just wanted to go into the live. So we're charging now, and I've got my backup phone, so I can talk to you guys. Misbehaving. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy to see you, miss. Stop it. Misbehaving's here. Yeah, you rock, miss. So I'm on my other device. My other phone's charging, miss. Otherwise, I click on you and mod you right away. I got quite a few mods in North America, Hollywood, LA, and you're one of the best mods I know. To mod 100,000 people in a room. Misbehaving runs a channel with a friend. It's her friend's channel, and they just reached 100,000 or 100,000 subscriber goal, guys. So at Station Nation, at STATION, make sure y'all subscribe to Jessica. She runs a coffee shop. Her husband runs the other one. And it's just a ball of fun. Right now they're on a 7-day live. They unlocked their $100,000 or 100,000 subscribers. And they're on a 7-day live, 24 hours. So go check them out. Yeah, miss, so you're welcome. Thank you. If you go to my last live, I died my battery. I went into it knowing I was going to die, but we did wine service. So we did table service for two with the host is the one person. We did red and white service. So red is at room temperature, and it's in a bigger glass than this one is. You can read what you can go to my other lot. So it's in a bigger glass. You can serve wine in any water glass that's stemmed, all purpose. But red is white. Red is big, and white is small. So we did a dry white wine today. Misbehaving. Sec. I'm charging, so I can't bring my table service back up. So chilled is white. Room temperature is red. If it's too hot or too cold, you should chill it a minute in the fridge. We have a Thierry, Delany, Le Grand Ballon, Sauvignon Blanc. It's a French wine. It's really yummy. I love a dry white wine. This was my mom's favorite, a Giacondi. It's Italian. Autentico Italiano, Sangiovese Rubicone, Indizione Geografica Tipica, Casa Giaconde. So this is my mom's favorite, and that's room temperature, guys. And then, Ms., we just explained that whichever when you're serving to the host, you would only pour an ounce or so first, let them sniff it, smell it, okay it, and it goes in front of their knife on the table. So you have like salad fork, or teaspoon, salad fork, dinner fork, or soup spoon, dinner fork, knife, and it'd be above the knife, whichever one you're serving there. We also said about the pour, Ms. So you should always do your pour with a napkin in your left hand. You never hide the label. You would pour, twist to get the drip, and wipe. Never hide the label. Once your guest or your host okays the wine for the guest, then you're going to pour like half a glass. So this is a half pour of a guest from our previous live that I didn't charge my battery before. Whoops. I charged it last night. I thought it was, but no, 18%. All right, check my chat again. You're awesome too, Ms. Beaven. Station 8, I lose so many subscribers. They actually gained subscribers, so they're at 100,000. That's a goal that Jessica hasn't reached yet, and we were so happy. I was there during the live. It was so exciting. 100,000 subscriber goal, like a lot of us should really get to that point. I know Jessica's got a lot of subscribers. Kevin Yellow, Blake Roser, but I'd like to see a lot of my other friends like this one Hits and Dan Fricker, Down in the Well, Hollywood Stream Sniper, James the Clown. I could keep giving shout outs, but I don't have my list in front of me. But so the next thing we did, peace, Kaywood. Appreciate you. Check this out later. So Kaywood's awesome. Kaywood said like and subscribe, guys. Double tap the screen. We explained that this is called a carafe. So it comes in half bottle or full bottle. We did pour the rest of our white in there because I'm a white wine drinker. So twist and wipe. It's supposed to be with my left hand, the napkin, but I'm on the floor because of charging. So yeah, I love white wine. So next we'll just secure our red. And this is called a decanter. It's good for aesthetics or it's good for storing wine. A lot of times you'll find that red wine needs aerating. They nowadays have an aerating tool, so it has like a straw on the bottom, this thing right here that aerates the wine when you pour it. This is a clean decanter, so I'm going to go ahead and decant some red wine. You could use a funnel. It's always good to have a funnel and a rubber. I don't know if you've ever seen them, and I don't have it with me today. It's at my other property. My grandmother used to have a rubber round piece that opens like any jar and thing. So when we do rosé and bubbly lesson shortly, I'll make sure I have that. So she almost fits, but it's enough for shits and giggles and pretty for you guys. So this is a decanter. It's a very popular decanter in like the 70s or 80s. And this was inherited from my family. It's very common if you went to a thrift store, you'd find like 12 of them. So this is a really nice one. Put that back up here. Guys, if you're just tuning in, I died during an ice bucket dump. So I redid it at the beginning of this stream. If you guys are interested, there's still ice behind me, melting on my head. There's a piece right here. Another piece, another piece. Look, we just love ice around here when it's 28 degrees, 30 degrees. So, ice bucket. So if you guys are just tuning in, this was the knife setup, that our table setup I did. So napkin, teaspoon, salad, soup, dinner knife, and whatever drink you're serving the host, it should be at the top of the knife. These were screw top lids, so I didn't need to use these, but you have an opener, corkscrew, and a knife. We'll teach you guys garnishes in the future lives, shorts or longs, and you'll realize what this knife is for on this lovely tool. And to do a corkscrew, so you lift your arms up, put the screw in and turn it into the cork, push down, pulls the cork out. Bob's your uncle, just untwist your cork. Some people save those corks, guys, and you can make like art. You can do like an anchor or anything you want out of corkscrews. It's really good art. Like that'd be something for like Dang Fricker loves art, or maybe Down in the Well. So at Dang Fricker, DANGFRICKER, or Down in the Well at DOWNINWELL. They're lily crafts and stuff like that. And if you're just tuning in, you weren't in the last live, I will reproduce some stuff. My mother did have a hospitality, or my family for hospitality training business for decades. I will reproduce the responsible alcohol books and the shooter recipes. You guys will have access to that. I will do some giveaways. Okay, I'm gonna check my chat again because you guys all talk all day, eh? This is my apron. I forgot to show you my apron. So this is the hospitality serving apron, and because we're done with that napkin, we just put it in there. It's not for money and stuff. It's for tools and to make yourself tidy for your guests or your customers. All right, what do we got here? Have a good day. Okay, we're so happy Misbehaving's here. You guys, if you don't know Station Nation, at Station Nation, they're in Taylor, BC. You would really enjoy the way Misbehaving mods 100,000 subscribers. Now, Jess' family does help a little bit, not much. And Ms. just got her to 100,000 subscribers the other day. Now, we were all fortunate to be there. Yeah, Kay would have fun at work. So, you guys like, subscribe, double tap. So we were in the last live for 40 minutes. We're not going to stay on this one too long because most of the instructions done. So it's just me drinking wine. You guys are welcome to stay. I'll watch chat for a bit. Everyone, welcome. Appreciate y'all and your support. Sorry, my battery died. I knew it was gonna. And I have a charger to go in my 0x gimbal, but when I have it in portrait or vertical, I can't put the charger in. So I've got it like resting outside my tripod on a kind of an angle. You wouldn't even know that if I didn't tell you that. It looks alright. Dry white wine is really nice. Some people like a sweet or flowery, and that's all preference, guys. Alright, let's have a sip of this Giacondi. We only had a sip in the beginning of smell. This is my mom's favorite. She passed away in 2018. She used to run hospitality training businesses, resort cruise hospitality, waiter waitress, bartending, casino gambling, a lot of things, guys. So this is her favorite Italian or French. Yeah, Italian. This is French and this is Italian. It's actually alright. It's a dry for sure. Really yummy, deep grape taste. Like there's no real aftertaste with this Giacondi. It smells really good though. If you like a real good grapey alcohol smell before you sip, this one's got it. Real full body smell. Okay, I'm going to leave you guys in table mode for 1 second. Just going to clean up some of the stuff from the ice dump. And I want to put my white craft in the fridge. So this is the half craft size. There's a full. This is a white wine in it. It's my favorite. That's why I craft it, because I'm going to drink this today or tomorrow or days. Could take weeks. I'm not really much of a drinker, guys. I'm going to ramble for a minute. You guys won't be able to see me for a second. So if you guys know at Blake Rosier, at BlakeRosier, if you go through his lives, you'll see one where he did a pool or a water tube explode. And that's the goal right now. So I have the tube. I think I'm figuring out how to get the attachments out of the pump. Fiance and I couldn't figure it out, but I think they just unscrew. So we're going to explode a pink water tube around me. Either here or the other property or in front of Taco Bell on Quimple Road. We'll see how that goes. But to become an official YouTuber, it's one thing to become a YouTuber, but to become an official YouTuber, this is something that should be friggin' copywritten and trademarked and everything by Blake Rosier. So you better ask his permission too before you do it. I got permission. I'm going to explode a YouTube or a tube soon. Pink one. Who's all here? Atura, are you still here? Or did you have to go? Just a couple of people besides my alternate account. So 4 people. Who's in here? If you guys are interested in wine service, either at home or in a restaurant, bar, resort, ski club, curling club, yacht club, go to my last live right before I did the ice bucket dump. Too bad you guys all missed that. But I redid it on this live. So rewind the rest of this one. So go through comments. Mr. Slappin' Turtle said hi. Mr. Slappin' Turtle, I hope you subscribed. Hi. I'm Rajit. Hi again. Yes, you should subscribe and like. Jaco, we on a work break. Appreciate you, man. Much respect, cuz. Arturo, faithful, loyal Arturo is here. Guap. Guap, guap, guap. Only Master. Gerdia. Gems the Clown. Everyone subscribe to @Gems the Clown. GMZ the Clown. Everyone subscribe to Kevin Yellow. Woohoo! @Kevin Yellow. Kaywood was here. Misbehaving. My goodness. Yes, misbehaving. I'm gonna go click on your comment emoji right now. Just a phone's tawny charge, so there we go. Moderator, standard. Misbehaving's a moderator. We got a few people all over North America, LA, Hollywood as moderators. No, a really good live. My battery died. I did an ice bucket dump. I missed it. I did it again. Really great. A lot of great people in here. Jim's the Clown was in. Jaco, Kevin Yellow, Arturo. Guys, if you're in here, just say hi so I know you're here. I can give you a shout out. I'm just on a little break from a live I did a minute ago of wine service. So red and white wine, we'll do rosé and bubbly, etc. next time. Really great live. Did an ice dump, battery died, did it again on the beginning of this live. Coffee! Hey! Coffee, yay! Shout out to Coffee. Coffee, I restarted it live because my battery died. I went into it knowing that. I thought it charged last night, didn't, but we got through the whole wine service, white and red wine service, and table service. And we'll get into rosé and bubbly and champagnes, another live or shorts, or we'll see. But go to the last live coffee when you're done here and watch that. And we're also going to reproduce some material that my family business had, so responsible alcohol service, shooter recipes. We'll do some giveaways as well. Yeah, good times, Coffee. So we properly poured and decanted some red wine, served at room temperature. We iced and poured some white wine, served chilled. Red is in a wider glass than a white. But if you have a simple water glass that's stemmed, you can use it as an all-purpose wine glass. That's okay. We also got into corkscrews. These are screw tops. So I showed you corkscrews on the last live. If you're serving a host, you just pour him or her a little bit to serve, test first before it serves to the guest. So in answer to, it would go above the knife. So if it's a red pour, above knife. If it's a white pour, above knife. How we do pour is with your left hand with a napkin. Never hide the label. Pour an ounce or two in the host. Well, this would be like about an ounce or two. Twist, wait. If they agree, pour to the right. For the guests, half a glass. Day's going really well. Copy. Really well. Appreciate you being here. turn the camera again. Oops, sorry guys. So there we are. Guys, go back to my last live where we, the battery died during an ice dump, but all the material got out before it. Yes, I appreciate you, Coffee, always. You, Arturo, a lot of people. So. And I saw you got your name on Blake Grizer's car. Woohoo! What a good idea. Now, I've had a wedding dress in the box not used for a bit, so when I do use it afterwards, we'll start getting names on that wedding dress. That'd be effing cool. Especially if I take it to like Vegas, come visit some in Hollywood, and I have a friend in Colorado. This one hits. But I'd love to see James the Clown at Hollywood Stream Sniper or at Blake Roser, at Kevin Yellow. Well, I mean, we'll get some names on a wedding dress one day. That'd be effing cool. And I have some mason jar handled stuff with chalkboard, stuff you can write names on. So we'll do that one day too. And upcoming is a tube explosion. So like Lake Roser did on Hollywood Boulevard in front of Taco Bell. I did get his permission so I can become an official YouTuber. Not just YouTuber, it's a whole different level once you explode a tube. So this one's pink, and we're going to do that one day. So if you're just tuning in, guys, we're going to end this live shortly. The original live was the previous live. It ended before an ice dump. So I started this second one with an ice dump because battery died. I appreciate you all. We have a lot of wine to drink, guys. There's white wine chilling in the fridge. There's red wine at room temperature. So again, my mom used to run a hospitality training business. I have a lot of material to teach you guys. I used to be certified intensive bartending training, resort cruise hospitality, waiter waitress, casino gambling. I will release this material after I reproduce it. This is family material, responsible alcohol service, shooter recipes. I will do some giveaways. It's something to look forward to, some information, some fun stuff. It is beautiful in Canada. Oh my goodness, we're in the middle of a heat wave, Coffee. So today's like 30 degrees Celsius, and we need the air conditioning on in the house. We need the air conditioning on in the Jeep. The Super needs the air conditioning fixed. The other property doesn't have air conditioning. So the key word today is air conditioning and ice dump. We did do an ice dump. You guys missed the first one. My battery died. But then I opened this live with an ice dump. I don't mind doing them either. Yeah, beautiful day in the neighborhood coffee. So if I look wet, guys, that's why I'm wet. We did an ice dump at the end of our wine service. We did red and white wine service. I appreciate everyone who supported me for the last year, especially today. Thanks, guys. We're going to end this live. I appreciate you. Let's end this live with the cheers. Cheers. So when you cheers, you have to bang together and you have to take a sip of the, or 4 of you, 100 of you. Cheers. Thanks for joining the live, guys.